But I want to say this. For a long time, I looked at myself in the mirror and I based myself based on what I read on the comments. I felt worthless. I felt ugly. I felt gay. I felt that like that just based on what they told me.
To whoever it may concern, please stop talking about Monster High. Me and my 4 kids tune into your videos weekly, and it's so annoying. I don't know who characters like Venus McFlytrap or Rochelle Goyle are, yet you insist on referring to them by full name. It's not funny or interesting anymore, it's so annoying. I've had enough of this bullshit. Please stop this madness, Normie Tyrese Mason Mackenzie Johnson dude. Okay, first of all, how dare you, I'm hilarious. Second, you had me at it's so annoying twice. Okay, who wants to talk about Sonic?
I do.
Perfect. Growing up as a child with unrestricted access to a DVD player and Alvin and the Chipmunks on DVD, I'd always been fascinated by these 20-minute featurettes where grown men would sit and explain how they made animated chipmunks fart and rap, and I was like, I want to do that! So here I am as a grown-ass man explaining how I made a Sonic parody that looks like this. This video didn't happen overnight, and it definitely didn't happen over the course of, 2 years. So I want to go back and kind of explain how this came to be, if not the genesis. I did the Sonic video in September, but the idea of doing these sketches came to me in Thanksgiving like last year, and it was kind of dumb as fuck, but I wanted to do like, I guess a legacy sequel to Wario Does Baja Blast.
Join the army!
Earlier this year, they temporarily, briefly, very limited brought back Mountain Dew Pitch Black, which was always paired with Baja Blast and the Decision as it was called, and I was like, oh my god, this is the perfect choice to I wanted to do a skit of Wario trying to find Pitch Black so he could review it and just couldn't find it anywhere, and this one would be with figures because I'm a grown-ass man and I don't play with no toys. In the end, I think I kind of shot myself in the foot by planning out such a quote-unquote ambitious video based on a very time-sensitive soda promotion. Also, I didn't even have a Wario figure, or at least one that scaled. I've always had this little Wario figure, but it is very tiny, and it's not even as big as the tiny Mountain Dew lipstick that I have. It pains me to say that this video obviously did not happen, but all I'm saying is, 2024, just you wait.
All around me are familiar.
Also, I'm a tangent for a bit and say, I still have people asking me to bring back Wario Does Baja Blast 2 because it was apparently so good, but I'd have to do that shit with tears in my eyes and a gun to my head. The whole point of the original was this contemporary nature with this Windows Movie Maker aesthetic, and then the second part, I made that like a month after the Sonic movie came out, so the whole thing is just a Sonic movie parody, which, again, is contemporary but not to the theme of the original. I'm sorry, but I've grown out of the Sonic movie references, even though I just made a Sonic parody. Speaking of that video, I'm supposed to be talking about it, so let's start talking about it from the very start, from the intro. Here we go.
Well, Jimmy, that was the worst show I've ever seen.
I understand. I'd fire me too if I were you.
I don't know, I thought it was a good intro. I made it in February and I knew that I was only going to use it for one video. I used it for one video, but my friends told me that I should throw myself into oncoming traffic and kill myself. Before I made this video, I was like, okay, so it's gonna have Sonic and everyone's favorite character, Tom, but this may shock you, there's no Tom figure, so I had to scour the internets and see if I could seek out a figure of a character that James Marsden played. Naturally, my first bet was Cyclops, and thankfully there was a bunch of figures with his likeness, and thankfully, there is just a figure of him as a normal-ass guy, so I was like, jackpot. Two things. This figure's accessory is freaky! And the one that I bought has a panel on the top of his head so you can shine light through it and his eyes start glowing red. Oh my god! I shot this whole thing on a white background, and I had the intention of using a green screen because I have a green background, but if I were to mask it out from the green screen, there would be, well, green reflecting off of the figures, and I didn't want that. And if I just filtered it out with the green screen, it would just look, yeah. Also, the reason there's such a lack of stop motion in this apparent stop motion video is because I literally didn't have a phone stand. I thought I still had the shitty one that I bought 2 years ago. I looked everywhere in my house and I didn't find it. So for the 3 stop motion shots that there even were, my phone was just hoisted up on boxes of soap. I had $1 and a dream, and I used that $1 to buy an entire pack of Batman candy sticks that I ate in one night, and I didn't finish the video. I can't remember why, but I was so hellbent on completing this in the course of a week, and I don't know why I did that because that's like shooting myself in the foot. Before starting anything, I hit up the boy Fuzzeke. I was like, yo, I'm making a Sonic parody, which is already a little emasculating. And I had the additional note of how I was trying to do this within a weekend, which at that point I'm just shooting other people in the foot. But, you know, God giveth, I taketh, the Sonic 3 remix that I had asked for. Yeah, the remix was only made to be 10 seconds long, so I could put it at the end of that video. Sorry. But in the end, the remix still dings for a 10-second cue. That should wrap up my horror story about making this, but I'm sure there's still one question on everyone's mind. Why? Why did I make a Sonic movie short-form comedy video where he goes to Bahamas and gets shot up by a Russian Sonic? Because I thought it was funny. And that concludes my video. I apologize for the boring holiday filler, but I thought it was fun to talk about, and I'll have more funny and I guess interesting videos on the way. So I will see you all next time when I rank the hottest hell of a boss MILFs in VR chat while I'm driving.